Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we've got some interesting source material on the NTI SERIMUX-S-16. Now, at first glance, it looks like just another switch, but well, the deeper we dug, the more we realized this little box is kind of a mission control backstop for your entire network.
It really is. It's one of those unassuming pieces of gear that can, save your entire operation when things go wrong.
So our mission for this deep dive is to understand how this single 1RU device that's one rack unit high gives you secure, centralized, and crucially, out-of-band access to all your critical hardware.
Right. And out of band is the key phrase there. It means you can still get in and manage your servers or routers, even if your main network has, well, completely failed.
And that capability, that failsafe, it really starts with its foundation, right?
Exactly. What's fascinating is that it's running on a hardened Linux system. And all its management is done using secure shell, specifically SSH version 2. So right away, you're getting rid of that massive security risk of, connecting to every console port with an old ASCII terminal.
You're securing the connection before you even touch the device. And the scale it handles is pretty impressive. We're talking about managing up to 32 serial devices.
Yeah, your servers, your core switches, all of it. And you can get to them over your regular network, the internet, or, and this is the classic backup plan, even a dial-up modem if literally everything else is down.
That flexibility is everything.
And look at the connectivity specs. It's all about resilience. It just uses standard CT5 or SEC-T6 cables, the stuff you already have. And you can run those cables up to 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. So you can put this management box somewhere physically secure, far away from the actual servers it's controlling.
And it's built for redundancy from the ground up. Dual Ethernet ports, and you can get it with optional dual AC power supplies.
Right. If this is your lifeline, you need 2 ways in and 2 ways to power it.
And that security layering is what really matters. Beyond just SSH, you get things like individual port authentication, HDTPS for the web interface. And that USB port, it's not just a nice to have. It means you can dump all your logs or export the config really easily. That's vital for audits or, a quick recovery.
Okay, so that handles remote security. But what about just using it day to day? What about uptime?
Well, that's where the little details really shine. Switching between devices is simple because you can give them actual names, human-readable names, not just port 17.
So no more cheat sheets taped to the rack.
Hopefully not. And it's really all about minimizing downtime. For instance, it has this power cycle protection. It actively stops you from sending an accidental break signal that could reboot one of your critical servers.
It's thinking ahead to prevent human error.
Yeah, exactly. And if something does fail, the diagnostic tools are powerful. You get system logging, data buffering, all with timestamps. You can download that log, or even better, have it sent automatically to a syslog server.
So a critical failure becomes a traceable, documented event.
Right. It's not a mystery anymore.
Okay, so here's where this thing got really interesting for me, the environmental monitoring. This switch doesn't just manage the network. It's also like a little crisis manager for the server room itself.
It's watching the room, not just the wire. It has 2 ports, just standard RJ45 jacks for environmental sensors.
And what are these sensors detecting?
The big ones: temperature, humidity, and critically water detection. It's keeping an eye on the room's vitals, from around freezing up to over 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it's watching the air on the floor around your most expensive equipment.
And the second a sensor goes outside a threshold you set, like the AC fails and the room gets too hot, or a pipe leaks, the alert system just explodes into action.
How so?
You get alerts on the web page, flashing LEDs on the unit itself, SNMP traps for your network management system, and, most importantly, email alerts. It can send a warning to up to 17 different email addresses.
17. So you can alert IT, facilities, management, everyone, all at once.
Instantly. It connects a physical threat, like a water leak, directly into your IT response protocol.
So the big takeaway here is pretty clear. The SERIMUX-S-16 really integrates that high-level network security, the hardened Linux, the SSH, with critical physical infrastructure protection. It's an all-in-one solution for out-of-band resilience.
It really is. It's designed to be that last line of defense. And, it brings up a bigger question for anyone managing critical infrastructure. In a world where you're threatened by both hackers and, well, plumbing, which is the greater risk to your uptime, a remote cyber threat, or the simple physical danger of a water leak or a failed air conditioner, something to think about.